Welcome all my hobby collectors to the hobby experience. We are at the National in the National Live studio, brought to you by TikTok. It's cool to collect. That's the theme this year. And the focus for the hobby experience this week while we're at the National is really having some intimate moments with some hobby collectors, people who pour into the hobby in so many ways. And I'm excited to hear these stories. Our theme for the day is cardboard origins. And I have my good friend Ryan here, who goes by I Saw Sasquatch on IG. And welcome to the hobby experience, Ryan.
Bro, thank you so much for having me. I know we've talked a ton. I love the National for stuff like this where you and I can finally meet face to face. This is awesome.
Yes, it's, talking on Instagram, having long phone conversations.
Now it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
Now it's real.
So all the ideas, everything that we talked about. And, the fun thing about this, I get to learn your cardboard origins and hear your story. So my first question is, who or what was your cardboard catalyst?
Bro, it was my mom.
Wow.
My mom was my cardboard catalyst. So, I learned all of my sports fandemonium from her. Some of my fondest memories growing up, I grew up in Indianapolis. So I remember, Reggie Miller and what I called the AARP team. They were so old but so good, right? And, the Colts, and just, we watched sports every night. Wow. And she was the emphatic fan who was always, screaming at the TV. And, that's where I learned my fandemonium from. But, I had all older sisters, and I remember at a young age, we grew up super poor, and, whatever, all toys were fair game for us to, destroy each other's shit.
Oh, I know.
And I just remember we went to, Value City Furniture one day, and she had, $2, and she's like, hey, you can get these cards. And it was, a hanger pack of, Upper Deck Baseball, 91 Upper Deck Baseball. And I remember her telling my sisters, hey, everything else is fair game. Don't touch his cards. And that's where it started. I was, 5 years old.
That's the moment, right?
That was the moment.
I still remember my moment, and you never forget those moments.
I'll never forget it.
And that's the special thing about the hobby, those beautiful, intimate moments that draw us into the hobby. So my next question is, what cards did you come up collecting?
Man, my collection, my whole life has kind of had an ebb and flow, and it's really just for me, it's what's filling my cup, what still sparks joy, because sometimes it'll get stale, right, if you're collecting the same stuff over and over. So I've chased sets. I've only focused on one player for a long time.
Okay. Who's that player?
Oh, Peyton Manning. I was the number one super collector, Peyton Manning, prior to 2012.
Okay.
Then I pivoted, diversified, added Andrew Luck. But no, man, I've enjoyed all sports, so I never wanted to be a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
So I've just kind of evolved along the years and keep on trying to refine the collection.
Segue question.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck, right?
Oh,
he was the future. How's that investment paid off for you when he retired?
Let me tell you about that. So I had the entire Topps Chrome Rookie Rainbow all the way down to the Super.
Wow.
I had about 10K wrapped into that bad boy. Yeah. How'd it go? I know. Hey, my heart goes out to everyone in Indianapolis. I had lots of friends, that lost about, 100K overnight.
Yeah.
So we're in this together.
Yes.
So I remind people, especially what happened with Wander Franco, and it's other things happen, people's successes and pitfalls. Don't ever just swarm. There's people that are a lot of emotions are tied into these collections. So if it goes good or bad, just be there for each other. I want to reiterate that because it happened to me with Andrew Luck. I was visiting my family in India. I was in a sports bar when the news announced.
Wow.
And you would have thought riots were about to break. But for human to human, I was as a sports fan, I was pissed because I think he'll be the greatest unactualized talent of any sport.
Oh, most definitely.
He was Peyton Manning with legs.
Most definitely.
Right?
Yes.
Because of injuries, we'll never know how good he could have been.
Yeah.
But from a human, I'm bro, he had playing with lacerated kidneys and busted knees. I'm bro, retire. Get your bag. You made your money.
Yeah.
You're having kids now. Go be a family man. Prioritize that. So I was torn, but from a card perspective, bro, it was not good.
So where's the rainbow at today?
Oh, I sold it.
All right.
I begrudgingly
found it home.
I begrudgingly washed my hands of it, so I didn't have to relive it. Yeah.
So one of the phrases that I use in a hobby experience, especially when I give away cards each week, when I do my bi-weekly card show, every card deserves a home.
That's right.
So the rainbow found a home.
It needed a new home.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So my final question for you in this segment, what's one memorable lesson you've learned from collecting cardboard when you were young?
Man, that's a good question. there's so many lessons you take, but even here at the National, like, if you have FOMO, don't leave. I almost did it earlier today. Yeah. I told Santiago earlier, like I saw this one car, I was like, hey, I'll circle back when I get my buddy Army back. I was like, nope, I need to get this now. Because I can always move it if I have like buyer's remorse, right? But like if it's sold, you can't go back and get it.
Yes.
Right? So like just find your joy, find your why. Like don't worry about all the other noise, right? That's going on in the hobby. You'll have a lot of influencers telling you like, hey, go after this, you should buy this. Yeah. You should buy what makes you happy.
Yes.
You should talk to people who makes you happy. You should engage in the content or the people that like that make you happy and like align with you well enough, you know, like I don't know, just like do you, like in the most generic sense possible. Do you have fun? I say this all. I said this to Jeff Wilson on my podcast with him the other day. It's like if you're not laughing or having fun or getting education out of it, like you're doing it wrong. If I'm being honest, and this is a hobby in the moment. It's not fun. Like you're not doing it right. Yeah.
Well, Ryan, I appreciate you.
Bro, it was an honor to meet you.
Tell everybody where they can follow you.
Okay.
Follow you on your social media platforms. This is your time to plug yourself.
Okay. Well, I predominantly spend all my time on Instagram, so you can follow me at I Saw Sasquatch, and I try to come to a show near you. So, listen, I'm always an open door. I respond to every single comment, DM, reach out to me. If you need a friend, you're never alone. You need advice in the hobby, like Sam, myself, lots of others like us. We're here for you. We're here for the hobby. It's cool to collect. Get amongst it.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks
I'll see you back in a little bit for the next segment.
Yes, sir.